A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello and welcome to A+ English. I'm Seb.
And I'm Elsie.
So, Elsie, it's August and that's... Why are you gasping?
Oh, it's August. In Chinese lunar calendar, it's July now.
Yes.
You gotta be
careful.
careful.
So what does that mean?
You gotta be really careful.
I thought that the summer is a good time.
'Cause the 7th month of a year in the lunar calendar is the ghost month.
The ghost month?
鬼月.
Oh no. Okay, so why should I be careful?
'Cause during this month, people avoid doing a lot of things.
Okay.
Like going swimming or going mountain climbing. You don't want to do those things.
I was going to do both of those things this weekend.
Nope.
Okay, I'll change my plans. Okay.
And on the 15th of July, in lunar calendar, you'll see a lot of tables with lots of food on them in front of many buildings. Have you seen them?
No, but the 15th of July is my birthday.
But not in lunar calendar, right?
No.
不是农历就好.
No.
So we try to offer them. Them means the ghosts.
Okay.
We try to
Not
offer
me.
them food in case they come to bother us.
Oh, okay. Leave us alone, ghosts.
Leave us alone.
Okay, so I hear that today we're going to be learning about some of those ghosts that appear around the summer.
Okay.
So I don't really want to do this, but let's get started.
All right.
Don't catch these monsters during Ghost Month. Earth Ox. Earthquakes happen often in Taiwan. Old stories here say it's all because of the earth oxen. They live under the earth and the ground shakes when they turn over. People on Green Island believe 2 oxen are fighting underground. The people make loud noises by hitting bowls on the ground to frighten the oxen off. The tag-along. This ghost story comes from little devils in Taiwan's mountains. They make people get lost and feed worms and dirt to them. 20 years ago, a family went hiking and took pictures. Later, they saw a girl following them in the photo. This frightening little girl in red became the famous tag-along.
Word power!
Shake. Shake. Shake, shook, shaken. Fred shakes his shoes to get the wet leaves off before he enters his house. Fred shakes his shoes to get the wet leaves off before he enters his house. Fight. Fight. Fight, fought, fought. Brian hurt himself when he fought the mean boy at school. Brian hurt himself when he fought the mean boy at school. Worm. Worm. The bird dug into the ground and pulled out a long worm for breakfast. The bird dug into the ground and pulled out a long worm for breakfast. Frightening. Frightening. A hospital is sometimes a frightening place for a child. A hospital is sometimes a frightening place for a child.
认识字汇 Earthquake. Underground. Devil. Dirt.
Okay, our article for today is a spooky one. It's called Don't Catch These Monsters During Ghost Month. Okay, so we know that Ghost Month normally happens in August, right? In the 7th month of the lunar calendar.
Yep.
Yes. And this title has an interesting word, monsters. Now, monsters is a noun and it is a scary creature. So a monster, is a scary creature that eats or frightens people. Okay, Okay, so what is the first monster we're going to look at today? It is the earth ox, right?
地牛.
地牛, okay. And our first line of the article is, earthquakes happen often in Taiwan. What are earthquakes, Elsie?
首先要讲到地震，为什么呢？ Earthquakes 它是地震的意思。那文章说到地震常在台湾发生，不过呢，我们都知道这是因为板块间的碰撞或是挤压而发生的。But we have some old stories.
Do we? Yes, the article says, old stories here say it's all because of the earth oxen. Okay, oxen. That's an interesting word.
刚刚我们看到 ox 它是牛，那是单数。oxen 是复数，那注意哦，它们都是公牛。古老的故事说啊，之所以会有地震，是因为 earth oxen 地牛们的关系。That's interesting.
Yes, the article says, they live under the earth and the ground shakes when they turn over. Oh, okay, so the ground shakes. Shake is a verb and it's spelled S-H-A-K-E, shake. Now, shake is a strange verb. We don't say shake, shaked, shake. We say shake, shook, that's S-H-O-O-K, and shaken, S-H-A-K-E-N. Now, when something shakes, it moves very quickly from side to side. Lots of things can shake, and for lots of reasons. The earth shakes during an earthquake. See, those words are quite similar. And as we just saw in the article, they can shake when the oxen are moving around underground. But we can also shake when we are nervous or scared. That movie was so scary that I was shaking in my seat. That would be one good example of using shake. Now, we can also use shake in some other ways. We can say that we shake our head when we're saying no. That's, at least in English, that's a way of showing that you want to say no without saying no. Or we could even shiver. And a shiver is kind of a very small, quick shake, which we do when we're feeling very, very cold. Okay, so let's take a look at an example sentence now. Fred shakes his shoes to get the wet leaves off before he enters his house. Fred shakes his shoes to get the wet leaves off before he enters his house. Okay, so we just saw there that Fred shakes his shoes. That's a transitive verb, so we can shake something. We can make something shake from side to side, or we can shake intransitively. So that means that we can shake, that we don't take an object, or we take an object. So we can use shake in both ways.
Shake 这个字呢，可以当及物动词，也可以当不及物动词。那解释为摇动或是摇晃。例句说啊 ，Fred 在进门前摇晃他的鞋子，以把上面的湿叶子弄下来。那文章说呢，地牛们住在地下，当他们翻身的时候，地面就会震动。And when do these oxen turn over?
When do they turn over? Well, the article says that people on Green Island, that's 绿岛, believe two oxen are fighting underground. Oh, they're fighting underground. Well, fight there is a verb and it's spelled F-I-G-H-T. Fight. Now, fight is another special verb. We don't say fighted for the past tense. We say fight, fought, fought. And again, that's a tricky spelling. It's F-O-U-G-H-T. Now, when people fight, they hit, kick, or even shoot guns at each other because they want to hurt each other. If you like action movies, you'll know that there are a lot of scenes where the people in them punch, kick, and even try to kill each other. That right there is fighting. Now, fighting is never good, but it's not always a big, serious thing. We can also say that children fight with each other when they don't want to share their toys. In that case, they're not shooting guns at each other. They're just, they might be pushing each other, they might be shouting at each other. But, okay, it can be a big or a small thing. Anyway, what do we call a very big fight, though? When lots and lots of people are fighting together, we can call it a battle. And when we have lots of battles together in a period of time, we call that a war. So normally these are very big things that happen between maybe two countries or two very, very, very big groups of people. Now let's look at our example sentence for fight. Brian hurt himself when he fought the mean boy at school. Brian hurt himself when he fought the mean boy at school. So again, little fight there, not big fight, right?
Poor Brian, I hope he's okay.
Poor Brian.
Fight 它是打架、搏斗的意思，在文章中当动词用。那它还可以当作名词来使用，比如说呢，My friend and I just had a fight。我们刚刚吵架了，好，当吵架的意思也是可以的。那例句说，Yes,
Okay,
yes.
good.
Brian 在学校跟那个坏男孩打架的时候啊，弄伤了自己。那文章说到呢，underground 这个字啊，是在地底下的意思。其实你可以把它拆成两半来看哦，左半边是 under， 右半边是 ground 地面，所以合在一起 underground 地底下。绿岛的人民相信啊，有两只公牛在地面下打斗。They are fighting underground. So how can they make the two oxen go away?
Well, according to the article, the people make loud noises by hitting bowls on the ground to frighten the oxen off. That's kind of interesting that they're such big ghosts and they're having big fights, but they're scared of little bowls.
对啊，都会被往下跑，很奇怪。
Yeah.
To frighten somebody or something off 代表的是把某人或物给吓跑。那在绿岛的人民呢，他们觉得呢，可以借由在地面上敲碗的方式来把地牛吓跑。那这样的一个句型呢，我们再给同学们一个例句哦。For example, the man tried to frighten those kids off by wearing a scary mask.
That's mean.
男人戴可怕的面具，试着将那些小孩子们吓跑。那文章说呢，这些绿岛上面的人啊，他们就会借由敲碗，敲哪里呢？把碗敲在地面上，然后呢，制造出很大的声响，为的就是要把这些公牛吓跑。So, Seb, are we going to talk about more ghosts?
We are. So our next ghost is a very scary one.
Really?
And I can say its name in English, but I can't say it in Taiwanese. It's called the tagalong.
The tagalong. 魔神仔就是模型啊。
Oh, see, tagalong we use that normally in English as a verb, which means to follow someone. So you can tag along with someone. If someone is going somewhere and you want to go with them, you can tag along with them. A tagalong then, as a noun, probably means someone who is following you. So this does sound very, very creepy. The article says, this ghost story comes from little devils in Taiwan's mountains. I don't like the sound of this, Elsie.
Tag along 我们刚刚讲说是模型啊，我想到一部电影 There's a very famous Taiwanese movie called The Tag Along.
Really?
红衣小女
Is it
孩
scary?
Yeah, it's scary and it's
I hate
very
scary
popular
movies.
and you have to see the movie.
No, I won't.
那这边的文章说到呢，这个字是 devil 魔鬼。那其实你看哦，它右半边出现 evil 是邪恶的，那 devil 是魔鬼的意思。那我们接下来要介绍的鬼故事啊，就来自台湾山里面的小恶魔们、小魔鬼们。Yeah, you might want to avoid going to the mountains during the ghost month. Like I told you in the introduction.
Taiwan is all mountains, though.
Right, so you have to be really careful.
I'm going to stay in my house. The article says that these tagalongs, they make people get lost and feed worms and dirt to them. Ooh, that's disgusting. So they make people get lost. That means to get lost means to not know where you are anymore. So if you make someone get lost, you make them get into a place where they're confused and they don't know where to go next. But what was really disgusting about this sentence is the fact that they feed worms to them. So a worm is a noun and it is spelled W-O-R-M, worm. Now, worms are long, thin bugs with no arms or legs. They look a lot like snakes, actually, and they're quite dirty and slimy, so not many people like to eat them. Can you imagine eating a worm, Elsie?
Some people do eat them, right?
I've heard that some people
worms.
eat them. Actually, I've eaten a silkworm before. It was quite good.
It was quite good.
It was fried.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fried. It was
Salty?
quite tasty. Salty, yeah. It tasted like nuts. Anyway, but the idea of eating these worms is a bit more disgusting. There are some other bugs we can talk about too, though, that are also slimy and creepy and crawly. We can talk about snails. That's
蜗牛
yeah, and caterpillars as well,
毛毛虫
which are a little bit cuter, right? Because they turn into butterflies when they grow up.
对
Yes. Anyway, back to worms, and our example sentence is, the bird dug into the ground and pulled out a long worm for breakfast. The bird dug into the ground and pulled out a long worm for breakfast.
Worm 它是虫虫的意思，那发音的地方要注意哦，它中间的 OR 我们念作的声音 worm， 那这个是美式的发音，那如果要听英式的 Seb, give me that British accent. How do you say worm?
Worm.
有没有很浪漫的感觉？好，接下来呢，我们看到例句，这只鸟呢挖进去地面，然后拉出一只长长的虫虫当早餐。那我们的文章呢，说到的是这些山里面的小恶魔们会让人们迷路，不知何去何从，然后再喂他们吃虫虫，还有 dirt， 也就是泥土。Ew.
Yeah, ew. Okay, so we're going to find out a little bit about one time someone actually saw a tag-along. The article says, 20 years ago, a family went hiking and took pictures. So hiking is when you go walking in nature, normally to climb a mountain. So what happened?
20年前，有一家人去爬山，然后拍了个照片 and something wrong with the pictures.
Yes, they were looking at the pictures, and later they saw a girl following them in the photo.
有女鬼！他们在照片里面看到一个女生跟着他们。
This frightening little girl in red became the famous tag-along. Ah! Okay, but this girl was frightening. That's an adjective, and it's spelled F-R-I-G-H-T-E-N-I-N-G. Frightening. Long word there. Long word. Now, when something is frightening, it makes us feel very scared and nervous. Horror movies and monsters are very frightening. They make us jump out of our seats and they keep us awake at night. Sometimes when I see a very frightening movie, I have to sleep with the light on.
You have to sleep with the light on.
Sometimes, if it's very scary, I can't turn the light off.
Yeah.
So what do we call something that's very, very, very frightening? We could say that it is terrifying. That is something that makes us really scared. Now, if we never get scared, we could say that we are brave. That's another good adjective. Or if we are someone who gets scared very easily, we could say that we are a coward. That's a noun. So I'm a bit of a coward because sometimes I sleep with the light on.
Actually, me too.
Yeah, who doesn't? Sometimes it's scary and you need to have the light on.
Right.
Anyway, our example sentence for frightening is, a hospital is sometimes a frightening place for a child. A hospital is sometimes a frightening place for a child. I think it's a bit frightening for everyone, actually.
For everyone.
Yes.
I agree with you. 我们刚刚在前面呢学到了 frighten 这个动词 frighten somebody or something off 把某个人或东西给吓跑这边呢我们在 frighten 的字尾加上 ing 变成了一个形容词代表吓人的可怕的那例句说到呢医院有的时候对小孩子来说是一个可怕的地方 And the story you've just told everybody is very frightening 你刚才告诉我们的故事非常的可怕所以呢感到害怕我们觉得可怕要用哪一个形容词呢我们用 frightened 也就是在 frightened 的字尾加上 ed 就可以了 I get frightened when an earthquake happens 地震发生的时候呢我会感到害怕那文章说啊这个身穿红色的可怕小女孩就变成有名的 tag along 模型啊那她是穿红色的衣服哦这边看到的介系词 in 表示穿戴的介系词。那我们先进到 Magic Box 听讲师讲解 and after that we'll go to our review time.
Woo! So excited to get out of this scary article.
Magic Box 找亮点。
大家好，我就是美女与野兽的美女贝尔。那天呢，我跟我的好朋友木兰呢相约一起要去仙杜瑞拉的舞会了。当天人好多呀，到了现场呢，木兰找不到我就赖我了。她说啊，你在哪里呀？我说呢，我在门口。诶，我也在门口啊，怎么看不到你？哎呀，我就在这里啊。I am the girl in yellow， 穿黄色的就是我啦，贝尔在这边。在英文里面呢，我们要表达穿什么衣服或是饰品哦，我们就会使用介系词来达成这个目的了。什么介系词呢？在今天的用法里面呢，我们就会用到 in 跟 on。in 呢，这个介系词就是在什么东西里面，而 on 就是在上面。这两个字呢，要怎么使用来表达穿衣服呢？比方说，刚刚我说我穿黄色，穿黄色的那个就是我啦。I am the girl in a yellow dress， 我就是穿黄色洋装的女孩。或者是呢 I am the girl in yellow， 穿黄色的女孩。当我们要说人穿什么衣服呢，我们就用 in， 这时候呢主词是人，人 in 衣服 OK， 人穿什么衣服。反过来呢，如果我们要用衣物当主词哦，什么衣物穿在什么人身上，这个时候呢就用 on 咯。例如木兰找到我了，她呢就跟我说 The dress looks good on you， 这件洋装呢看起来很好看哦 OK， 怎么样很好看？不是摆在那里很好看哦，是试穿在我身上很好看，我穿起来很好看。所以呢，衣物穿在人身上，衣物 on 人。什么时候用 in， 什么时候用 on， 好像有点让人搞不清楚，对不对？但其实啊，你只要理解 in 就是在里面。我们呢，人穿衣物表示呢，我们人是被包在衣服里面了。比方说，仙杜瑞拉最爱穿高跟鞋狂奔 ，She ran in high heels。OK， 鞋子是穿在外面的，你的脚被包在里面，所以呢，我们就用 in。至于衣物呢，是穿在我们身上。所以呢，在身体之上的衣服呢，我们就用 on。 The ring on my finger， 我手指上的戒指。所以 in 跟 on 这样子你也分清楚了吧？
Wait for it, it's review time. 复习时间到喽。
Oh, Elsie, I really want to finish this as quickly as possible.
Why?
Because I don't like talking about ghosts.
你会怕怕，对不对？
Oh, yeah, I'm a bit scared. Okay, let's get straight to our activity for today. We're going to do a game called word association, okay?
Okay.
And then we can forget these words. Okay.
No,
So-
our students cannot forget
Okay,
these
you
words.
can't forget them, but I want to forget about the tag along. Okay, so how this game works is I'm going to say some words which are related to our vocab words from today, and I want you to guess which one of the words I'm talking about.
How?
Okay, so let's start with one that's quite easy. My words for you are punches, kicks, and guns.
捶打、踢，还有枪，这什么时候会发生呢？打斗的时候会发生嘛，对不对？所以这个字是 fight。
It is fight. It is fight. And that is a verb, remember? Okay, my next one. Dirty, long, like a snake.
脏脏的、长长的，像一条蛇。Earthworm. Worm.
Worm, yes.
Let me try that British accent. Worm.
Worm.
W-O-R-M. Worm.
Worm, yes.
Romantic.
Worm. Okay. Third one. Earthquakes, shiver, and just say no.
地震、发抖、颤抖，或是说不。说不的时候，when you say no, you have to shake your head.
Yes, you
你
have
要
to
摇
shake your
头
head.
所以这个字是 shake.
Yes, and when the earth shakes, there's an earthquake. Okay, our last one is horror movies, monsters, and cowards.
Horror movies 恐怖片、怪物，还有懦夫，会怕怕的人 coward。 那就是这些东西啊，前面的 horror movies 跟 monsters 令人感到害怕。They're frightening.
They're frightening. Or, well, the cowards are frightened. But yes, frightening is the word.
Yes.
Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Unfortunately, we have to come back tomorrow and talk about more ghosts.
I'm excited.
I'm not. I'm going to sleep with the light on tonight.
Okay.
Okay, but for now, I'm Seb.
I'm Elsie.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
See you.
Don't catch these monsters during Ghost Month. Earth Ox. Earthquakes happen often in Taiwan. Old stories here say it's all because of the earth oxen. They live under the earth and the ground shakes when they turn over. People on Green Island believe two oxen are fighting underground. The people make loud noises by hitting bowls on the ground to frighten the oxen off. The tag-along. This ghost story comes from little devils in Taiwan's mountains. They make people get lost and feed worms and dirt to them. 20 years ago, a family went hiking and took pictures. Later, they saw a girl following them in the photo. This frightening little girl in red became the famous tag-along.
Word power!
Shake. Shake. Shake, shook, shaken. Fred shakes his shoes to get the wet leaves off before he enters his house. Fred shakes his shoes to get the wet leaves off before he enters his house. Fight. Fight. Fight, fought, fought. Brian hurt himself when he fought the mean boy at school. Brian hurt himself when he fought the mean boy at school. Worm. Worm. The bird dug into the ground and pulled out a long worm for breakfast. The bird dug into the ground and pulled out a long worm for breakfast. Frightening. Frightening. A hospital is sometimes a frightening place for a child. A hospital is sometimes a frightening place for a child.
认识字汇
Earthquake. Underground. Devil. Dirt.